Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Brittany Morgan. The National Weather Service has adjusted their prediction for the expected crest of the Ohio River. A tragic start to this Labor Day here on Sheets Run Drive in New Matamoros. Parkersburg police are saying that this suspicious death investigation is the result of a hand-to-hand altercation. Superlatives are always exciting whenever someone is the first or the best or the only. Big things are happening here for Warren Local School District. Big things that all started with this groundbreaking ceremony this afternoon that signified the beginning of a $62 million project. Now I'm actually going to step behind the camera and swing you around a little bit just to give you a better perspective of exactly what's going on. Although the deadline for requesting an absentee ballot in West Virginia expired yesterday afternoon, early voting has already been deemed a massive success. We have plenty of election results to get to you this morning, including the ongoing presidential election. President Trump has been impeached again.
These teams are very different. They're rivals, but one thing that they have in common is legendary coaches. Eric Brown told me before the game that playing for Coach Smith is a lot of fun.
While many of you were asleep, last night's Monday Night Football matchup in Cleveland between the Browns and the Ravens, quarterback Baker Mayfield connects with running back Kareem Hunt, and much like my ex-boyfriend, that's a solid 6. There's a famous comedy routine that suggests that identifying with a sports team is absurd because the players and even the city can change.
Oh my goodness. So someone just asked me what I learned. This stuff's no joke. This stuff is really, really hard, but really, really necessary.
This is actually my first time giving blood.
I'm Brittany Morgan, reporting live and a little bit dizzy.
You could feed each other chocolate.
Excellent.
Let's see what's happening here.
Ready?
All right.
Go ahead. Do your push-ups.
Oh, yeah.
Are you doing them? Poke it down and around there.
Oh, I see. Okay. Dave, what do you have on your side of the garden?
Well, we're going to try.
So you would say that there is a liability about expectation of privacy in this matter?
I think there could be.
What steps do you go through to diagnose somebody with these sorts of heart issues? Our news poll from Monday, 56% of people believed that restricting on social media was a violation of freedom of speech, while 40% said no, 3% said not sure. I bring this up to just say that it is a point of confusion. Sharks can swim at speeds as high as 35 miles an hour, but how fast can they run? And how far can they run? And why in the ever-loving heck would they run? Well, it turns out for one local shark, it's all for a fantastic cause.
This is Home, sponsored by Riverview Credit Union.
My name is Reed, but I'm a shark today. This is not my spirit animal. This was just by chance that I ended up in a shark costume. Really, I wanted to be Big Bird, but I couldn't find a good Big Bird costume.
Reed Byers has been treading the valley as a shark for about 6 months.
A lot of times people are surprised. They're like, what is this guy out here doing? Is he crazy? Has he lost his mind? Why am I seeing a shark in the middle of Parkersburg? I started racing back last fall. So I was looking for races, and around Halloween they had costume races. So that's when I decided, like, hey, I'm gonna get this costume and run a costume race.
But the purpose is more than just fin deep.
What's it for? Well, we use the shark costume to raise money for suicide prevention. I'm a volunteer for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention's West Virginia Hike for Hope. I've been raising money for that cause for a while now, and to raise money, I pledged to run miles per dollars donated. And after I met my goal, I extended an offer to run some of those miles in the shark costume. And so I have 190 miles in the shark costume to run in 2021. They don't necessarily have to be in town. I think what I'd like to do is run a small number of those miles in each state across the country to kind of get the message of raising money for suicide prevention in the shark costume nationwide. Morning. Fishing for sharks out there? Nice, good luck. I lost my best friend, Charles Valley Smith, to a heroin overdose around 5 years ago. And I also lost my brother 2 years ago to a heroin overdose. You flip your head up, and you gotta make sure before you take off, the fins are out. Now, usually I'd have my earbuds in. It's hard for me, right? Because I wish that they would be able to see me here. This has been my opportunity to kind of share my story of loss of my brother, my best friend, and then my overcoming addiction, and the reason that I now run in a shark costume. I don't usually run with the footies on. Now, if I'm doing photo ops or something, I'll put them on because they're cute. but they're not helpful to the running speed.
Looking forward and making waves.
Running gets a bad rap of being hard, right? And running is hard. For me, running has been a super integral part of my recovery. Running helps me more than just like maintain my sobriety. It helps me to feel strong mentally and physically. It helps me like supplement my achievement. When I wake up in the morning and I can go run, I feel like I'm ready to tackle the day. I feel like I'm a better friend and a better person because I run. So me getting out there in the shark costume, I hope that it inspires others to see that running is not just hard, but it can be fun, so that maybe they get some of the other benefits of running that I've experienced in my life.
More information on the Hike for Hope is available on our website. Reed, as the Shark, of course, will be at the St. Mary's Memorial Day Classic 5K on May 29th. The proceeds from that race will benefit the St. Mary's track team. Reporting in the studio, Brittany Morgan, WTAP News. This is Home.